Q319.
Okay, away you go.
Okay.
Hi, we're Q319.
Right. Our idea is sort of a modern noir, sort of in the style of like the classic ones, but instead, in place of an alcohol addiction, or it will be a more modern theme is
a drug addiction, basically. What he's trying to say. Yeah.
This is sort of used in Brick to some extent, which is quite a large influence on this. The character will be, like in classic noirs, a private detective. The setting of the opening will mostly be a police station.
Just keep going.
Okay. What else? Said it's modern. On the how we present your credits, we're going to have sort of smoke slowly reveal them. Maybe that'll be overused, maybe it won't be. But
there's an example of this on the blog already, so if you want to, feel free to look it out.
Over there. Okay, let's take over.
Alright, the influences that we had when making this film was Brick, like he said earlier, LA Confidential, Seven, Dexter, the TV show, not the cartoon, Memento, Bad Lieutenant, and...
No, that's the Nick Cage version of Bad Lieutenant. It's not
Nicolas Cage version of Bad Lieutenant. And the type of audience that we're going for with this film, which is untitled yet, fans of noir films. Don't know if they got a certain name, but...
What? Noir fan? I don't know.
Noira? I don't know. People who like the film Sin City for its modern noir but still artistic look. People who like Max Payne, the games, not the Mark Wahlberg movie, that sucks. Classic novels like Raymond Chandler and the detective comics.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, is that it? Okay,
Question?
Any questions from the
audience? What do you are?
Is that going to be the only? Is there going to be one straight plot? Is there going to be any subplots? Like you can have like a little romance subplot or?
Probably, but as it's only the opening, that won't really be sort of shown. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just gonna say probably. Yeah.
So are you going to reveal too much in the opening?
Hopefully not, because it is still a mystery detective movie.
It's going to be sort of more of an abstract titles like the Seven ones.
Are we gonna?
Hopefully.
Are we gonna know he's addicted to drugs in the?
Yeah, it's going to be very sort of drug influenced. It's lots of smoke.
It's going to be an early revelation of the characters.
That will be what the opening really focuses on. This.
Okay, so we've got these styles. We've got the Brick, so it's modern noir. So in terms of what we're going to see in 2 minutes or 1 minute 30, is we're going to see the development of the main character, and you're going to do that. How are you going to do that in terms of the use of the credits and the smoke? Anything else?
Extreme close-ups for a start.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're shots are. So.
This is later, by the way.
Is that what the Dexter influence comes from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed it.
Okay.
But that's what I'd quite like. I don't know about the rest of the group.
Okay. So I've got this one character. You've got one character represented. Any idea who's going to be the actor?
Still thinking on that.
Okay. Locations for the whole thing, actually. Location, where's this noir set? Because you said Brick, which is set in a high school. So.
Yeah, it won't be sort of teenage, because it will be sort of more like the private detective kind of thing. We're not sure where we'll film. The idea would be to sort of set it in the sort of police station, but obviously we're not actually going to be able to film that, so we'll have to make a location look similar to it.
Okay. So genre you're talking like so it's crime thriller, film noir.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Locations and the credits going to produce smoke. Okay. Anybody? Do you want any other questions in terms, and also any positives? People think this is a relatively good idea, or any drawbacks? Right. In terms of music as well.
I have a friend who plays the saxophone, so I thought that we could go the really classical noir route with the saxophone, but then also mix it with sort of more modern influences. Possibly.
The reason why we picked saxophone is because the saxophone was a common instrument throughout the 60s and 50s where the jazz era was around.
Right, okay, jolly good. Okay, in terms of positives, it seems that you know how you're going to incorporate the credits. I don't think it's too ambitious, as in all you're trying to do is establish a character, so you should be able to do that. I mean, that's a conventional thing to do in the opening credits. In terms of your influences, there's a lot of really good influences there, so your next step will be to analyse them and really drain those for information and resources. Any problems? Problems probably location, isn't it? Please.
Yeah.
Is everybody
the police station cross drugs? Surely someone can find them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not sure where we're going to set it at the moment. We've just got a sort of we just didn't really have any ideas till sort of yesterday, where we were sort of just trying to come up with as many ideas.
It's not an impossible location. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
But
if
it's
you
not
watch
an impossible location, it's just an impossible location to do drugs.
If you watch the film Bad Lieutenant, there's a scene where Nicolas Cage as the detective sort of sneaks into the evidence room and takes all the drugs from there and just sort of...
But they're not going to stay there and like smoke it.
No.
Inject themselves in
Yeah,
heroin with loads of people.
Yeah.
No.
So I suppose you've got to get that duplicity involved.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good point. So anybody help them with locations? I've never been to the police station in Cambridge. Is it nice?
No, but
Yeah,
I think the idea. I think some ideas that we have for the police station would be like the classic one, like from classic looking police stations that they had like in Seven, with like the wooden doors and wooden outlines
And I mean,
and wooden
like
desks and
a
all that.
basement could be made to look like an evidence room.
Good, but I don't have a basement.
My neighbour has one, so...
Excuse me.
Like,
The neighbours
we
gonna
use
let-
your basement.
Right. Just when we're filming, we can't have too many conversations because the camera's going to pick it up and also try to speak once. Okay. Any other questions? Any other issues? In terms of are people happy with this? Do you want to green light it? It sounds like a thriller. It sounds quite tight and doable.
It sounds quite like, I don't know, quite like a short number of people with like a specific target audience. Like, I don't know, like you wouldn't, it sounds like not many like teenagers or women maybe would go and see it.
Not as common nowadays. Is it?
Yeah.
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 So I think that might help. I don't know. But your target audience is quite specific. I'm quite happy to green light this. Are people quite happy to green light this?
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
You probably
Green light. So we're just going to say yeah. We're going to go and do that. Okay.